Hi there everybody. So on this video I just have my e-bike here. I've done some modifications, and one of them is I put the battery in the front. I got this rack here which is made for the front, and it's actually for a slightly bigger wheel, but I just adapted it to it so it fits. Well, we have the battery there. The steering feels a little bit heavy when you're turning it, but it's very stable, so that's okay. And also it doesn't rocket upwards. It doesn't do wheelies as much as it did before. So you are a lot more safer in that sense. It still can do a wheelie if you really push it, but there's no need to do that. And I've also added the disc brake here. So the hub here, this is a 1,000-watt motor. It had little holes drilled already in it for a disc. So I bought this piece here, this metal piece. I bought that off of eBay. It looked a little bit different, but I had to cut it and drill a couple of extra holes. So I drilled a hole there and another one there, so I can fit the caliper in place, as the original fitting is not made for this type of bike. It's for a bigger type of wheel. And also so I've also added the light here. It's the light there, and it's got the little indicators there. And also obviously the front light, and that's just sitting under the battery, just illuminates down there. That is it's a 48-volt light. I mean, it'll take anything from 12 volts to 48. It's one of those kits you can buy from China, really. I think everything comes from China. And it's got a little horn too. That's just obviously a safety feature. I'm sure there is a way of wiring that into this switch, because this switch, it's connects to the motor, and it has a horn and the same buttons as this. But in this case scenario, in this switch, this button is a cruise control, as I discover. So you can set the speed. If you're going up at 20 or something, you press that and it will keep going at that, which is a nice feature I found. And the instructions said that these buttons here are related to reverse. So if you switch that to one side, if you put this on, then it will go backwards. But they've on the instructions it says they cut the wires because it says it's quite dangerous to have that on. So I decided not to connect it anyway, because I don't really need to go in reverse. And that's how it stands at the moment. It is a lot better in terms of like I was saying, speed wise. When you do the throttle, it's still very responsive, but because the battery is in the front, it doesn't basically lift up as before like a rocket. So I'll give it a drive in a second. Okay, so let's switch this on, and I'm on that setting number 1 there. You can have different speeds at different settings. Or 0 doesn't do anything basically. The throttle doesn't work. And 1, the throttle does work. That is a lot safer. It still pulls quite quick, but it doesn't lift up. If you pedal, it's a lot less powerful. When you pedal, the assist is a lot softer than the throttle. And there is plenty of stability with the battery being at the front. So if I use the throttle, and also the front brakes, I adjusted the front brakes and they are a lot more responsive. So now I'm using the throttle here. So having the 2 brakes is really good. I'm still very mindful of this throttle, as I know I can still get the front wheel up slightly. So I don't really want to try that, but I am a lot happier with the way this is going. And like I said, this is like a cruise. So if I put that goes by its own, on its own. So it is pretty good, and you still get plenty of speed. So at the moment I set it to 15, so I can't really go faster than 15. And that's just for safety reasons I did that for the time being. Make sure everything is okay before I decide to go any faster, but don't really need to go any faster at the moment. The front battery is holding in properly. picks up speed fairly quickly. So I set it to 12 and it remains on 12. And then you press the brakes and it switches the cruise off. The horn is there, the light is pretty good, illuminates quite a lot if needed, and it's just sitting under the battery. So overall I'm quite happy with this now. I wasn't at the beginning because I thought it's a bit of a lethal machine. Still is. So that's it. I'm not too keen on leaving it on the stand. Well, depends on the angle, but that's just because the front battery is a bit heavy. But nevertheless, I would normally be removing that. So this is the update, and this is still foldable. I can still fold it. I've made sure all the wiring here is quite loose, and I have plenty of wire here, so this can fold, and I didn't tighten it too much in this cable. I just keep it tidy, but you can fold it, so you can remove the battery, fold it, and put it in the car or wherever you may put it. That was my original aim, because I need to. Usually I have to park my car quite far from where I live. Well, it's not too far, but it's a distance, and I could use this to mobilize. So all in all, it's not bad. I'm happy with it now. So, well, anyway, I hope the video helps anyone that's getting any ideas of building one themselves. Thank you for watching.